Hey, how's everybody doing today? Welcome back to J. Piro's Firearms and Fitness channel. This video is going to be a video on one of my favorite production pistols that I've ever owned, which will be the Heckler and Koch, also known as the H&K VP9. So like always, when I do reviews, what I'll do is give you some specifications of the pistol, overall lengths, weight, and whatnot. Give you some features that I like, that I dislike. Show you a couple things on the gun, and show you some accessories that I may have put on it, and give you some prices and whatnot. And then, I'll leave it up to you guys to leave some comments if you have any questions and whatnot. Like always, I open all views, opinions, questions onto the bottom of the feed. Okay, so let's get started. Okay. The VP9. The name states, obviously, it's only a 9mm. The overall length of the gun is 7.34 inches. The overall height of the gun is 5.41 inches. The overall width of the gun is 1.32 inches. The barrel length is 4 inches, and the sight radius is 6.38 inches. The overall weight of the gun without any rounds in it is 25.6 ounces. The overall weight of an empty magazine is 3 1/4 ounces. The trigger pull stock is about 5.5 pounds. The trigger travel itself is 0.24 inches. The return travel as it resets is 0.12 inches. And the barrel itself is a polygonal 6-groove, 1 in, I believe it's 9.8 inch twist. That's a right-hand twist as well. Okay. Like always, didn't do this in the beginning of the video, but it has been checked, safety checked. No rounds in the magazine. Okay. Now, the first thing that I'll go over that makes these guns phenomenal is, I'll get a little technical on you. It's a cold hammer forged polygonal bore. Okay. Heckler and Koch, everybody knows, and if you don't know, you're new to this. In the 1960s, they perfected the polygonal profile. Okay. Conventional land and groove style rifling allows gases to escape around the front of the bullet, and as it's fired from the barrel muzzle. Okay, so a polygonal profile, what it effectively does is it seals the gases behind the actual bullet, which increases the velocity of the bullet. Okay, also an added benefit of a polygonal barrel is the resistance to wear and tear. Okay, these bores outlast the conventional bores by thousands and thousands of rounds. Okay. Now, the VP9, what it is it's pretty much a striker fire version of one of their P30 pistols. Okay. I used to own a P30 pistol, and to be specific, it was the P30L, which is the long slide version. Now, that gun was phenomenal. Phenomenal. And the only reason that I actually switched to this is because I use these pistols in steel competitions. And I shoot, these obviously are going to be in the production class. However, with a hammer version, okay, it's a single double action. So that means that when I pull this gun out of my holster and pull the trigger for my first shot, okay, it's going to be a double action, which means the hammer itself is not cocked back. So I actually have to, when I pull the trigger, pulls the hammer back. Okay, now in order to not miss, if you really want to pull the trigger as fast as you can on that, okay, you're going to miss. So you have to take your time on that first shot. Now, a second or two in a steel competition, obviously, you know, I'm going to lose. I was losing by 10 seconds when you're shooting 25 rounds and you're taking a second or two. That's a lot of time. So effectively what I did is I switched to this pistol when it came out. Okay. Now, everybody knows, you know, Glock and Smith & Wesson and whatnot with their striker fire pistols. However, most people don't know that H&K was the first company to come out with a striker fire pistol, which was actually known as the VP70. Okay, so just a fun fact. This pistol itself is slightly larger than a Glock 19, but it's slightly smaller than the M&P 9. So it's a duty style pistol, and me being a police officer, I can actually carry this off duty. And, you know, I'll carry it off duty when it's, you know, cold out. You know, once you hit like, you know, probably like November, December when I'm wearing heavy stuff. It's not a small pistol. I actually carry an XDS during the summer, but I do carry this, you know, when I have a little bit more clothes on. Now, the VP9 has a lot of similar features to the P30 pistols, including the magazine release, which it's mounted on the trigger guard. So you'll see a little right here. Okay, see that button that's being pushed? It's not a push design that many companies have. Okay, it's actually a push down, and it's an ambidextrous style. Okay. Also, the back straps and the side panels, when you buy the gun, these can actually be switched out to fit your hand. There's a large, medium, and small version of both. Luckily, you know, I'm a medium. It fits my hand perfectly. However, they do come stock with the pistol. Let's see. Like I said, it's fully ambidextrous. So you'll see every piece that's on one side, okay, is on the other side as well. All right. So you don't have to go ahead and spend extra money on, you know, a lefty version or whatnot. Everything that's on one side is on the other, which is a great feature on these guns. Okay. So the trigger itself, you know, when the gun first came out, I heard a lot about H&K's triggers being very stiff, not great. I'll just say that they weren't great. However, this trigger itself, I love this trigger. It's a very crisp trigger. It's the reset is very noticeable. However, it's not drastic. Sometimes you get that reset where it pulls your finger forward. This one right here, it's nice and crisp. Comes back, and let's see if you can hear it. Right there. You don't have to pull your finger all the way forward. It's not a real long trigger pull. It's very, 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 very comfortable. Okay. These sights, yeah, let's see if you can see them. Yeah, move my hand out of the way. Okay. See, now, right now, you know, we have light. So how it comes is a 3-dot luminescent sight. So essentially, the sights glow in the dark when it gets a little bit darker outside. Okay. In bright light, like you can see it now, they absorb energy and it looks white. So in low light situations, the dot give off that absorbed energy and they glow like a light, bright green. The more stored energy they have means the brighter the glow. Obviously, everybody knows what, you know, glow in the dark means. Now, a lot of people like to debate the performance benefits of different calibers and their use. Okay, I've shot most calibers, and as a police officer, I've seen the different effects of different calibers. I like the 9mm caliber For me, it's a very, very, very good balance. Depending on what it is that you're looking for, you can get plus P, double plus P offerings, regular, it depends on what it is that you like. Like the 40 cal, it might you might be able to get a small increase in the ability to, as a lot of officers like to use, as stopping power. However, due to the increased velocity and energy, you won't be able to acquire your target quicker after your shot. So, I'd rather be more accurate with a 9mm than have a little bit more stopping power, because I can put every round into where it is I need to put it accurately, rather than a 40. So now the last thing that I want to talk about, H&K wise, is the fact that they only make this a 9mm pistol. The reason that I think, at least, there's a lot of debate on this. 9mm is NATO's standard, so that means that it can be sold throughout the entire world, to various military units. So hopefully in the near future, they'll be able to make this pistol in a 40. However, in my opinion, it looks as if they made a 9, indicating that they're kind of leaning towards more to the military market, in addition to law enforcement and armed citizen markets. This gun, at least in the original press release that they released a couple of years ago, it passed both the NATO and NIJ testing, which they put these guns through crazy testing, drop tests in extreme environment, which means water, dirt, mud. They do whatever they can possibly do to get these things to malfunction, and this thing shot thousands of rounds without a single malfunction. So the performance base is there. Now, I'll tell you right now, from me shooting it, I have thousands upon thousands of rounds through this gun, and I have yet to have one misfire. I make my own rounds, as you can see. I got my maker right there. And even with me making my own bullets, I've yet to have a single misfire with this gun. You'll see these cutouts right here, allowing it to charge a firearm. Right, very comfortable. You have a little piece right here, it sticks out there, that allows you to be able to pull it back real nice and quick. The grooves that are cut out are nice and deep right here, so even if you don't get a chance to actually grip onto this piece right here, you can grip onto it. I can do it right here, so nice and comfortable. Also, like you'll see right here, has a rail on the bottom for any accessories. I myself have a Viridian C5 green laser that's put onto mine. I take it on and off. Obviously, when I do steel competitions, I can't shoot with this on there. But, the Viridian rep that I know gave this to me. So I might as well use it, right? Now, the gun itself, I've seen different prices, anywhere from around, $750 all the way up to $900, depending on which one you find. Now, some of them have tritium sights, some of them have glow-in-the-dark sights, some of them don't. There's different features that they don't all come the same. So they'll range just depending on which one it is that you find. Mine, I believe, was $800, and I got the three dot sight that they glow in the dark. They're not tritium. However, you can purchase those for these guns. But they do the same exact thing that you can get with these, so what's the point of spending the extra money just to say that you have tritium sights? It doesn't make any sense to me. The overall look of the gun, I think it looks pretty slick. With the different cutouts, you have the 3-piece panels right here, the backstrap and 2 side plates that look pretty cool with the webbing and whatnot. Your trigger guard's pretty wide, so you can shoot it with a glove, without a glove. You don't have to worry about it. Depending on how you like to shoot, when I release my magazine, right, I use my thumb. Okay, I just drop it out. All right. Now I have seen people that like to shoot when they drop. They like to take their trigger finger out and just slide it back and drop the magazine out. Up to you. That's what I like about, with this ambidextrous design. Okay. But dude, these guns are amazing. H&K, in my opinion, one of the best companies that makes pistols. The quality is there, the performance is there. They do their testing, they do their due diligence before they put any pistols out. And especially with this being a striker fire, it has such a wide variety of uses. So this is my favorite pistol. I've shot dozens and dozens of pistols, and this is the one that I choose to shoot in my competitions. There's a reason for that, and the performance is there. I don't have any issues with misfires. I don't have any issues with ammo. I can throw whatever I want in there, and it's comfortable for me knowing that when I spend the money that I spend to do competitions and travel all over the country, when I'm going to use this thing, and you're only going to shoot 200 or 300 rounds that day, that you're going to have no issues when it comes time to, for you to perform and your gun to perform. You can't perform at your top without this gun performing at its top. And, I wouldn't carry this as an off-duty gun if I didn't believe that, this thing was top notch. So, there's, all the features that I like. There isn't really much that I don't like about this firearm. At first, I thought maybe the trigger, but whatnot. But, once you work this gun in, it's smooth sailing from there, man. This gun's accurate as hell. The features on it are phenomenal. I haven't had to tweak anything on it. It eats and shoots every bit of ammo. I've tried everything that I can get my hands on, especially over at the shop. When something new comes in, I buy a box and I try it, and I have yet to have any issues whatsoever. So, if you have any questions, concerns, or, if, any opinions that you have, or suggestions, even anything, if you, different lasers that you like to put on it, and whatnot. One last thing I will say is the magazines that these guns take, they do take P30 magazines. They're the same exact mag. They can get a little pricey, anywhere from like $50 to $60 per magazine. So, when I had to buy 5 of these for my steel competitions, it's a lot of money. But if you just like to go out and shoot and whatnot, you just get a couple of them, and you're good to go. So, hope you liked the video. Of course, like always, if you like the channel, do me a favor, hit the button on the bottom of the screen, like the video. If you could, subscribe to the page. If you have any suggestions on future videos, future firearms that you might want to have reviews done on, I have access at the shop, to take home a couple of the firearms once in a while and do reviews. So if there's anything you'd like to see, anything you'd like to hear, any opinions, whatnot, feel free to put it in the comments below. And, happy shooting, guys.